Watcher everybody, and welcome back to the Zeusdaz Unemulated Retro Game Channel. I go by the name of Zeus, and it is shit game time once again. And this time we're going to tackle Airwolf II on the Commodore 64. This was a paid request by YouTuber RayC. Hello mate, thank you very much for your request. And he wants me to banish this game to the vault of shitness forever. Now, I don't think this game ever saw an official single release. I think it just came out on a hit pack compilation. I remember playing it back in the day on my ZX Spectrum. I quite liked it on the ZX Spectrum, to be honest with you. It was a typical 2D shoot 'em up, a shmup as they say. And I didn't really like Airwolf 1 because it was too damn bloody hard. I could never get anywhere in it. That was more a case of be precise, shoot a bit here, move a little bit, be precise, don't collide into anything. Whereas this is literally just a typical shmup. But the only difference with this one, it goes from right to left, whereas most shoot 'em ups go from left to right, horizontal ones anyway. So I could never get my head around that. It's like it was invented for left-handers. But let's see what we can make of this. But I'll tell you something, I quite like that tune. It's nothing spectacular, but it could have been a lot worse. Yeah, I quite like that tune. It's loud, it's groovy. And let's see who the Pooh grammars were. Well, hang on, let's have a look. As I said, it came out in 1987 by Hitpack. It was coded by Stuart Cook. Title screen was done by Paul Walker, and the music was done by Mark Cooksey. I think that's it. So there's 3 people on this. Anyway, let's have a look. And straight away, I can see the bloody helicopter's huge. Yeah, it's very weird doing a shoot 'em up that way, from right to left. Actually, let's keep a finger on it. Saves a lot of clicking. See, I want to try and get to that power thing, and I can't. I think I degraded my power. What was that? He hovered above me and got me. Now, it definitely looks like now it's been created by from a shoot 'em up construction kit. These particular graphics here, not very impressive at all. So it's just back and forth, up and down. Can't shoot that. Yeah, gotcha. Oh, how'd you get? Oh, I did as well. I don't know how I survived that. Oh, this reminds me of Airwolf 1 where you got to shoot those tiles, and I didn't even do it, did I? Right, what we got here then? No. Oh, these are horrible. Oh, for goodness sake. They just follow you. Look at them. What are these bloody things? They won't leave you alone. Look at this. Ridiculous. Look at this. It's ridiculous. Is that the only enemies you get? Oh my goodness me. Is this the only enemies you get in this game? Just these little starry things? Now I'm going to die because I can't. Is that it? Oh, for goodness sake. That was terrible because, well, that wasn't just terrible, that was boring. Was that the only enemies you get once you pass that mini boss? Son of a shot. And they just follow you, they home in on you. Your weapons are crap. And I remember I quite liked this on the Spectrum, but it seemed to play a lot better than this. And a lot fairer, in fairness. Okay, these things are... I don't quite know what these are. These are sort of upgrades. Yeah, this thing's going to hover in on me and just have me. No, okay, I got him that time. Ah. I've got this thing again. Now he's going to kill me. How boring. Was that the only enemies you get after that? But it does look very shoot 'em up construction setty, doesn't it? It really does. Especially this boss. Looks like just like a pile of graphical mess to me. But obviously, yeah, what do you expect? Obviously this is so we've got these damn things again. I don't understand it. It's the only look. Rubbish. They just follow you. See? You can't get anywhere. Yeah, a little bit boring, I have to say, on as far as the enemies are concerned. Same old boring enemies. I'm going to die here. They're going to clip me. Yeah, let's get through there. Same old enemies. Pretty boring. Oh, goodness me. This is pretty boring. I don't recall it being this boring on the ZX, I have to say. I think I quite liked it on the ZX. I know I've done a long play of it with cheats. The weapon is terrible. This was a cheap cash-in, wasn't it? I mean, there was somewhat of a little bit of good programming on the first game. All surprise, exactly the same place I died last time. I'm going to get whacked now, aren't I? But a stupid boss. Yeah, as I thought. See, this is boring. Yeah, up, down, pretty boring. This was a cash-in quick job, wasn't it? Let's face it. It never saw an official single release. It was on a compilation. And if you look at the case, the actual artwork, it's Airwolf, the same one, but it's got just simply, they've just bunged 2 in front of it. I mean, talk about original, not. I'm just going to storm to the right, because I'm not getting anywhere with these things. It's bloody ridiculous. Just see how far I can get with the right. See, it's rubbish. It's the same enemies. Look at it, it's the same enemies. They just zone in on you. Rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Look at that! Rubbish! I just can't get... Oh, this is annoying now. Last go. Because I just... Do you get any other enemies after this? Maybe you do, but I think the enemies that the programs have used there have gone on far too long. Come on. Now, I've got to confess, I would not be playing this very much when I come home from school and put on my computer. I would not. Yeah, I always die there. There's no way out of that, I don't think. Keep shooting, get rid of you. Yes, I'm not very impressed with this Ray, I must admit. It really looks very cheap. That's the word I'm looking for, cheap. And I suppose it was, because the Hit Squad compilation I think was about £8 at the time. So you've had about 6 games on it. So yeah, balance it out. Each game was about £2 I suppose. Again, not getting anywhere in this because of these stupid, boring, same aliens, the same old enemies. It's boring. Actually getting reasonably further this time without losing all my lives. Let's get past this bit quickly. That's it. We at least get a little bit further just to see if these enemies ever stop. Actually getting reasonably far. Get over there quickly. Here we go again. Some more. It's the same old enemies. How boring. I think most of us would have given up by now. Look, it's the same enemies. How boring. God. Oh, that's boring. That's absolutely crap. Rubbish. I think it's... Yeah, I'm not going to play that again. I mean, I'd probably give that a 3 out of 10 if, you know, if I was reviewing it in a mag. It's cheap. It's naff. It's just a quick cash in. It's garbage. I think the only decent thing about it is if you load it in via tape, you get a loading screen, which is pretty cool, but I can't remember if that's the same screen as Airwolf 1. It's definitely got a hit pack logo on it. So yes, 987, a cheap sequel to Airwolf, which is a much tougher game, but then again this is pretty tough. When the stage that I got to, can't get anywhere past that. It's the same old enemies. That's boring. I don't know how long that's going on for. I might check out a long play if there is one on YouTube just to see how long those stupid samey aliens last for. But the helicopter's far too big as well. The play area is too small. The graphics on certain parts of the game really do look like they've been taken from a construction kit program. Yeah, it's pretty naff, boys, and I think that was a cheeky, cheap cash in. I don't know, maybe on the back of season 2 of Airwolf, if there was one. I never really was into the show, never really followed it. But I know what it's all about, this super helicopter. There was shows like that all the time, wasn't it? Same like Knight Rider and was it Street Hawk? There was probably something else as well. So you've got a super helicopter, there's a super car, Knight Rider, there's a super bike called Night Hawk or something like that, Street Hawk. They always had to do one, so they covered the only thing they didn't do was a bicycle, I think. No. That's pretty naff. So what would I give that out of 100? Well, I think 100 shits. Yes, it was definitely a rush job to get it out. Didn't have an official single case release, as I said. The title screen music's pretty good, I must admit. It's not too bad at all. It's what can I say? It's not bright graphics, is it? That's about the brightest part in the game. No, the game itself is shittily shit, and it's cheap looking and it's nasty, and you get bored of it very, very quickly out of frustration. So I'm going to give that a... Let me see. I'm going to give that a 75 shits. And if it was released as a single title for the price of £6, £7, £8 back in the day, it would have got a lot more. But when you break it down in a hit squad compilation, there's about 5 or 6 games. You're paying roughly about £1.80 each for these games. So when you look at it like that, you can't complain. It's basically like getting a budget title around a shop. But it's still crap. So there you go, Airwolf 2 on the Commodore 64. Look, even that 2 looks like it's cheaply been put on there. And as I said, if you look at the artwork on the cassette, on the actual hit squad, you'll see a little thumbnail of the Airwolf 2 supposedly cassette tape, and it's the same as Airwolf 1. It's just got a crappy 2 put on there. It's cheap. It's cheaply done and quickly done. So there we go. That's Airwolf 2 on the Commodore 64. Banished into the vault of shitness forever. Let me know what your thoughts are about this game. Right, thank you very much for joining me in this edition of Shit Game Time, and if you would like to request a shit game to be put into vault of shitness, then please do so. The link, the video will pop up at any moment now. Just go to that and follow on the instructions and name and shame your game. So middle finger up to the poo grammars, stand up, this was crap. Congratulations, you've made the edition of Shit Game Time. Until next time, until the next edition of Shit Game Time, Zeus, our Plopster.